What's up, guys? Kawasaki here, and today I'm going to be doing a thoughts and perhaps predictions on 3 shows that are going to be happening Wrestlemania Weekend, which is already coming up. It is next week. So I'm going to be covering DDT goes to Philadelphia, TJPW goes to Philly, and GCW versus TJPW. And I'm going to cater this more towards the ones that are going to these shows for the very first time and what to expect and what you're going to be seeing. So for one, I've been watching DDT since about 2021, and I've pretty much have been hooked ever since. That goes the same for TJPW, and GCW's been on and off, but I have went to DDT Goes to Hollywood, TJPW Goes to Hollywood, and last year they did DDT versus GCW. This year they're switching it up with TJPW. No, DDT versus GCW, my bad. So, what to expect, and I'll give a little bit of a breakdown to the best of my abilities. So, if you are going to these shows or watching it for the first time, at least you'll have kind of a mindset on what you're going to be watching. So, we'll start off with DDT Goes to Hollywood. We have Kanon and Daisuke Sasaki versus Takeshi Masada and Nick Wayne. Then we have Kid Lycos and Chris Brooks versus Shota and Brian Keith. Kazuki Hirata versus Yoshihiko. Tetsuya Endo versus Andrew the Giant Everett. Konosuke Takeshita versus Shima Katsumata. Yuki Ueno versus Mike Bailey, and Mao versus Billy Starks for the DDT Universal Championship in a no rules match. So I'm gonna go bare bones with this. Kanon and Daisuke Sasaki are essentially a tag team. They are part of the group Damnation. They're your pretty much typical heel group where they'll cheat to win by any, or they'll cheat to win and they'll win by any means necessary. Daisuke Sasaki being a leader, he actually has he reminds me of like a mix of like Goth, Chris Benoit, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. A lot of his moveset is going to be similar to like, it's just like a mix of Benoit and Shawn Michaels. His signatures or moves you should look out for are the diving elbow drop, super kick. He does a La Mystica, which is a total whirl armbar, but he turns it into a crossface, and he does the pedigree. Kanon, another member, he came from Just Tap Out, which is another promotion in Japan. I honestly don't really watch any of his matches because, as per my quote-unquote gimmick, they put me to sleep. But in all fairness, they are great talent. And they'll be taking on Nick Wayne and Takeshi Masada. Takeshi Masada is a part of a group called Schadenfreude. It's kind of like a ragtag group. It's Chris Brooks, Takeshi Masada, Antonio Honda, and Masahiro Takanashi. I think there's more. I might be wrong. Takeshi. I used to call him Funky Konosuke until he went from the pant, because he used to have like these pants, very colorful, very flashy. Then he went to the trunks, so he's not Funky Konosuke no more, and he kind of looks like Konosuke. No, that's not racially motivated. But Masada is kind of like new-ish comer. He debuted, I think, 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And Nick Wayne only had a couple matches in DDT, but a lot of people might know him from GCW shows and AEW. Prodigy is what you call him. Me being me, I think Masada and Nick Wayne will pull off the win. Kanon's gonna eat the pin, but that's just me. And then next up we have Shota and Brian Keith versus Kid Lycos and Chris Brooks. If I'm gonna be 100% honest, I've only seen maybe one Kid Lycos match like ever, and that was when he had the mask. I didn't know he took the mask off, so I can't give too much information on him. Shota is a part of a promotion called Gambare. He does make sporadic appearances in DDT. That's all I kind of know about him, to be honest. He is a freelancer. Brian Keith, member of AEW. Is he the Outlaw? I think he's the Outlaw. That's what he's on for. And then Chris Brooks, he's one of the Gaijins, or foreigners, that has been in DDT since, I think it's been a mainstay since 2020, since the COVID lockdown happened. He pretty much stayed in Japan and prayed and hoped for the best, and it worked out in his favor. Chris Brooks, former wrestler, I think he was Evolve, and he would wrestle in the UK. I only know him in DDT, but Chris Brooks can practically work any style of match. He can work like your normal, typical match. He can work comedy. He can work death matches. Like, he's kind of like your workhorse. You throw him into a match with anyone, and he can make it great. And Kid Lycos, Chris Brooks, aren't they like Calamari Catch Kings? I think that's who they are. I think that's their tag team from back then. I might be wrong. Again, don't quote me on that. But Kid Lycos, Chris Brooks go way back to the UK days. I'm personally probably going to say Brooks, Lycos pick up the win. Shota, maybe eat the pin. Next up, Kazuki Hirata versus Yoshihiko. Yoshihiko, if I'll be real, it's just an inanimate blow-up doll. In kayfabe, you cannot kill him. You can try all your might, and he'll just come back. I think he got revived like twice. Just last week, he got ran over by a truck, and he's fine. And Kazuki Hirata is a member of DDT. He's famously known for doing comedy style wrestling. His big gimmick is he dances. As you can see from the image right here, he got the glasses. They light up. I want a pair. But Kazuki Hirata honestly is one of my favorites out of DDT, and I expect nothing but as what I call a certified hood classic between these two. I think Kazuki Hirata might come out with the win, but it's going to be very 50-50. If you can make an inanimate object have a good match against you, then you know you can do it. And Yoshihiko has been around for years. He's taken on Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, Chris Brooks, and honestly the list goes on. So now we get to a little bit more serious type of match. We have Tetsuya Endo versus Andrew the Giant Everett. Andrew the Giant Everett, 7'4", 400 something pounds. He be doing flips like he's like a cruiserweight. We all know him from DPW. Shout out DPW. And I saw him last year. Such a good match. But it was like him, Higuchi. He took a chop like it was no other. I don't know how his chest has survived and recovered. But getting into it, Tetsuya Endo. He is one member. I believe he's the leader of a faction in Japan called Burning. Originally, it was formed by Jun Akiyama, and it got passed on to Tetsuya Endo. Tetsuya Endo is known for his high-flying acrobatic moves. He does a shooting star press as a finish. He does the BT bomb. What else does he do? He's also known for his Pele's, and he also does the handspring moonsault to the outside. A lot of things Andrew Everett can do, but Andrew can do it better. For me, Endo's probably going to take the win, but this is going to be a high-flying classic. I'm going to say that right now. I do like Endo. I do like Everett. If whoever wins, I'll be happy. Next, we have Konosuke Takeshita versus Shunma Katsumata. For those that don't know, Konosuke and Shunma used to be a part of a group called the 3-7 Kamina, or Sana Kamina. The reason 3-7 is Sana, like 3-7. And Shunma owns like a Sana. It's Shunma Katsumata, Yuki Ueno, Mao, and another wrestler that's not on this card, Toi Kojima, or just simply Toi. Konosuke used to be a member, but he did leave when he signed full-time to AEW. He went practically full heel on his buddies. They have all had matches against each other, except Konosuke and Shunma. Shunma is known for his antics, poppers, thumbtacks, He does a lot of hardcore matches. I have seen Shunma live a few times. I've seen him in a normal match, like a tag team, where he teams up with Mao, also known as Shun Mao. I've seen him in death matches. For example, Shunma versus Sonico at Prestige Vendetta, January of last year. About Legos. He's known for his Legos. He's known for... what else? I think it's just Legos and the... what is he known for? I think it's just Legos and the Poppers. Yeah, the Poppers, firecrackers. But these two have had these two have history. They do got beef. And I know Konosuke is probably gonna squash Shunma. Shunma's gonna put up a good fight, but Konosuke is just too damn strong. I've seen Konosuke. I haven't seen him do his heel gimmick yet. I seen him last show when he took on Yuki Ueno, and then I saw him at PWG Battle of Los Angeles against Brian Keith? No, Michael Oku, and then I saw him against Daniel Garcia. Phenomenal workers. But Konosuke, go pick up the win. Yuki Ueno, Mike Bailey. I'm gonna focus primarily on Yuki Ueno because I know a lot of people do know Mike Bailey. Yuki Ueno is your current DDT KOD Openweight champion. The KOD Openweight champion is the top belt of the promotion. Yuki Ueno is currently holding onto it. Who did he beat for it? He beat Chris Brooks. He beat Chris Brooks for the belt. Yuki Ueno, known for... he does some high-flying moves, but he's known for his high-impact strikes and grapples. He does the SOS, or Ranhei, I think that's what it is. But a lot of people know it as SOS because Kofi Kingston used to do it in WWE. And then he also has a sick-ass overdrive. He also does the BME, and he has a very high vertical drop kick. Like, he can kick like a 6-foot dude in the face. Like 6'4", 6'5". He kicked Chris Brooks in the face, and Chris Brooks is a pretty tall bruv. This is gonna be... honestly, this is kind of a dream match. Come to think of it. Sad. This one's gonna be a fun one. I'm definitely gonna be locked in for this one. And then your main event, Mao, Billy Starks, DT Universal Championship, no rules. Mao is the Universal Champion. It's the second highest ranked belt. And Mao is known for antics. He looks kind of goofy in the ring, but that's just because that's his character. It's his gimmick. He is known as the fucked up wrestler for a fucked up world. And he takes a lot of inspiration from Taka Michinoku. For those who don't know Taka Michinoku, he's a former WWF superstar. He was a former light heavyweight champion. He almost beat Triple H for the WWF championship. He was a part of Just Five Guys over in New Japan. And he has his promotion, Just Tap Out. And then the whole allegations and controversies. He's going to be taking on Billy Starks. Honestly, Mao is one of my personal favorites. Not just because of like his moveset and all that, but it's also his bullshit. He states that he learned how to speak English through Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and Blink 182. But watching him live is such a treat. I saw him back at Prestige last year. He took on Kevin Blackwood. That match was actually on YouTube, I think. I saw him last year at Prestige. Then I saw him team up with Mike Bailey, known as Moonlight Express. They took on East West Express last year. And then him and Shunma took on Chris Brooks and Yoshihiko, I think, at the beginner of DDT last year. But my personal people to look out for is going to be Mao, Yuki Ueno, Konosuke, Shunma, Kazuki Harada, Chris Brooks. So those are my thoughts on DDT Goes to Philly. So now we're going to take a step back. We're going to go to TJPW Goes to Hollywood. And for those, again, that are going for the first time, that have never seen TJPW, this is an all-women's promotion where a lot of your matches are going to be around characters and gimmicks. They do have their hard-hitting matches, but they do have them from time to time. And I'll get to that later on in this bit. Kicking off the matches, we have Hyper Masao taking on Billy Starks. Then we have Shoko Nakajima taking on Rio. Not Rio. Difference, just in Pro Eve. Yuki Aino and Raku versus Viva Van and Yuki Kamifuku. Suzume and Narisu Endo versus Zara Zakir and now Kakuta. Mizuki and Vert Vixen versus Pom Harajuku and Maxine Paler. And in your main event, we have the tag team known as 121 Million, Miyu Yamashita and Maki Ito, versus the team known as Daydream, Rika Tatsumi and Miyu Watanabe. I'm gonna keep this a lot more brief because I know a lot of people do watch TJPW, the ones that watch my videos. But brief summary: Hyde Masao, the Hero of Justice, and wait, what was it? It was yeah, it was like the Hero of Justice or something like that. I don't remember exactly the whole thing off the top of my head. But Hyde Masao, think superhero that does anything and everything. Cold spray. Suffocating people with her cape. Bicycle. So on and so forth. Hyde Masao will do anything and everything to win. She's not a heel though. She's a face. Then Shoko Nakajima and Rio. Rio, I've only seen a couple matches from her. She did have some matches in TJPW in Japan. It was, what, 2 years ago, I think? Was the last time I saw her on there? I might be wrong. She could have shown up like beforehand. But when she was there, from what I saw, she took on Maki for the International Princess Championship. She is from Pro Wrestling Eve. She tours around the UK. She's British. Yeah, Shoko Nakajima. She's known for her lucha style. She did work a brief stint excursion over at CMLL, like way before I started watching. She's a former tag team champion and Princess champion. This is the main belt. Despite how small she is, she's like 4'8", 4'9", 147 centimeters. Biggest inspiration, Godzilla. Does the 619. She does what else does she do? She does the Northern Lights and she does a flying senton. Those are those kind of watch out for. Yuki Aino, Raku. These two are kind of like a mismatched group, like tag team. It's Yuki Aino, Raku, and Pom Harajuku. We'll talk about Pom later on. Raku is a member of the group Up Girls idol group, but they have a wrestler. They have like a wrestling group, which is Yuki Aino. No, you can't. It's Miyu Watanabe, Raku, Hikari Noa, Shino Suzuki, and Uta, which is two people that aren't going to be at this show, sadly. Yuki Aino is kind of the powerhouse-ish of the roster, so expect shoulder tackles, shoulder bumps, power slams, so on and so forth. Raku, a little more on the comedy side. She puts people to sleep. She put me to sleep at Teach Goes to LA. Viva Van, Yuki Kamifuku. Viva Van does indie stuff out here in the States. She's Vietnamese. And her and Yuki Kamifuku met while Yuki Kamifuku was defending a belt from, I think, Singapore? I might be wrong. But Yuki Kamifuku, if you were to ever meet her, she can speak fluent English. She stated she has lived in Ohio for a few years in high school. And what she's known for is finger poke of doom. A long leg. Finishers. I don't know Viva Van's finishers. I've only seen her once. Long time ago. Yuki Kamifuku does a famous her. Raku does a sling blade, a running neck breaker. Yuki Aino does a double underhook suplex. And a reverse DDT as her finishers. Zero Zakir, I feel like I've seen her once. I can't really put my tongue on where I've seen her. Was it Kitsune? Maybe Kitsune. And now Kakuto. She actually is going to be retiring this year, which is kind of sad. I do like Now. Now is like the workhorse of the mid-card. She's been around for 10 years. Started an actress. I think she freelanced for a little bit. I think it's just actress and then just went straight to teach. She was I believe the first class of actress. Like she was like the first like official like group. And she was a part of the original squad. And then Arisa Endo and Suzume are a tag team known as Daisy Monkey. I don't know why Daisy Monkey. We used to call them Ari Suzu. Because Arisu, Suzume. Put two and two together. Expect some fast-paced stuff between those two. They're probably one of my favorite tag teams from TJPW at this moment. Like they're just consistent. They just do consistently well. Like you can't ever go wrong with them. Next up, Vixen Mizuki versus Maxine Paler and Pom Harajuku. Mizuki, known as the popping sugar rabbit. She is one half of the team called the Magical Sugar Rabbits. She the team with Yuka Sakazaki until Yuka left. And then Vixen, she works indies out here, as far as I'm concerned. But Mizuki is known for that corkscrew crossbody. The one that's like viral like almost everywhere. Like everyone's like, oh my god, that's a move! And Pom Harajuku, Maxine Paler. Maxine Paler, the non-binary nightmare. Max works, I believe, NWA, but also freelances. They have found an attraction towards Pom Harajuku for God knows what reason. I don't know what the motive is. Pom Harajuku, I call her our residential crackhead. She just has that crackhead energy. Like, that's all I can really explain. Very, very energetic and vocal. I saw Pom last year at Combat Princess. She was so happy to come to America for the first time. I did talk to Pom for just a very brief time because like she had a long line, so I was just like, oh shit, it's Pom. Saying we wanted you at TPW, goes Hollywood. She was like, man, I wish I was able to go. Pom Harajuku, expect a lot of kicking to the shins. Kick to the shin, and she does like a kind of like bangs on like she kind of like hits like the chest of the other wrestler, like snapmare formation. I call it the bang on the drum, and I'm gonna bang on your club. So Mizuki double foot stomp. Q special is a. It was like the scoops. It was like a scoop slam, like a bridging follow-away slam. I think that's what it is. And then the whirling candy, which is that quick screw crossbody. Now, main event, Miya Yamashita, Maki Ito, Rika Tatsumi, Miyu Watanabe. I know some people are familiar with Miya Yamashita. Known for her kicks, she does that spinning back kick, known as the skull kick. I call it the Taco Bell bong kick. Your current Princess and Princess champion. She was a Triple Crown champion at one point. She held the Princess and Princess, Eve, and the Spark West World Championship at one point. Miya Yamashita she had a liking from Malachi Black, where they again share the spinning back kick, the Black Mass skull kick. I've seen Miyu live. Miyu's a great worker. Like I've seen her at teach shows, prestige shows. Like she can work. She can work. And I honestly don't really need to have an explanation for who Maki is, but if you don't know, Maki Ito, cutest idol, or the cutest in the world, Iron Head, the Fired Idol, Team Maki Death Kill, Murder Death Kawaii with Nick Gage over in GCW. Your current GCW Extreme champion. She won it a few weeks ago in a Battle Royal. Defeated Joy Janela. And then for the other team, Daydream, Rika Tatsumi, Miyu Watanabe. Rika Tatsumi is known as the White Dragon. She has murder tendencies. She is Black Air Force energy. Psychopath. A lot of limb work, and she will choke. You can see a little bit of a sneak peek from my Teed Goes to Hollywood, or Teed in LA vlog, if you want to see some stuff. Miyu Watanabe, again, a member of the Up Up Girls wrestling idol group with Raku, and that was mentioned before, but she is also a tag partner with Rika, known as Daydream. Miyu Watanabe is most famously known for her double giant swing. She took Shoko and Mizuki, not like she didn't put them on top, just side by side, and just did the double swing in the middle of the ring. That's what she's known for. We call her gang signs, and her drawings are nightmare fuel. Okay, I'm gonna do rapid fire picks and predictions. Hyper Masao is gonna Hyper Masao Billy Starks. Gonna be a lot of comedy. I'll say that right now. We're gonna have the bunny head and we're gonna have cold spray. I want the bicycle. If the bicycle shows up, I'm downing my drink when you do that stream. I'm gonna say Hyper Masao's gonna pick up the win. Shoko Rio. I'm gonna say Shoko's gonna somehow pick up the win. I know Rocco, Viva Van, Yuki Kami Fuku, Viva Van, Yuki Kami Fuku. Because they met in Singapore. Daisy Monkey versus Zara Zakir and now Kakata. Team Daisy Monkey. Yeah, we rise. Daisy Monkey stands rise up. Mizuki, Vert Vixen, Max and Palm. Maybe a tough one. I think I could see Max and Palm win, but I could see Mizuki and Vert Vixen win. 50-50. Daydream 1 to 1 million. Maki hates Daydream, and she's, as she said, Daydream sucks. Suck my dick. You can watch on Teach Goes to LA or Teach Goes to Philly promo as that they uploaded a couple days ago. I'm gonna say 1 to 1 million is gonna pick up the win against Daydream. Again, that's just me. But we're gonna find out after Grand Princess next week. Last but not least, DDT. Oh, not DDT. GCW versus TJPW. I will give you as much information as I can, at least on the ones that I know, because I'm kind of on and off with GCW. Suzume, Palm Harajuku, Seshimath Martino versus Raku, Dark Sheik versus Yuki Kamifuku, Steph Delander versus Hyper Masao, Charles McKenzie versus Arisu Endo, Sawyer Wreck and Ellie Catch versus Nao Kagata and Mizuki, Billy Starks and Janai Kai versus Daydream, the one I mentioned before, and main event, Masha Simonovich, Rina Yamashita, and Maki Ito versus Yuki Aino, Miyu Yamashita, and Shoko Nakajima. Alright. Take everything that I mentioned from all the other TJPW stars and just copy paste it to here. But Suzume is my favorite GCW wrestler. Seshimath Martina. I don't know that much. I'm going to be 100% honest. I know her gimmick in Stardom when she teamed up with Jamie Hayter. It was comedy, right? She'd be drinking, spitting alcohol on people's faces. That's all I know, if I'll be honest. Dark Sheik. I've seen Dark Sheik a good amount of times, come to think of it. I've seen Sheik at a lot of the GCW shows that I've been to. DDT versus GCW and the Prestige shows. Dark Sheik's a cool talent. Dark Sheik took the pin to Inagi last year at Q2. Sheik also does that spinning heel kick off the top like what X-Pac does, and says, X-Pac! And then just does a fucking spinning roll kick and just flops it. Dark Sheik overall, cool guy. Steph Delander, you can go fuck off. Just kidding. Steph Delander, typical heel, has heat pretty much anywhere she goes. Steph Delander, Hyper Masao, I feel like this one's going to be a straight up comedy match. Because you have Hyper Masao trying to rid the world of evil, and Steph Delander is going to be the evil Cold Spray, and Steph Delander's going to tell Hyper Masao, you can fuck off, you can't. And it's just going to be bickering back and forth. Shazza McKenzie, Arisu Endo. I'm sorry, I don't know too much about Shazza McKenzie. I've only seen like 1 or 2 matches of her. I think the only match I've seen was her versus Masha, Maki, Steph Delander for the GCW like gold belt, and then Shazza versus. There was another match. It was last year at Highest in the Room, or No Signal on the Hills. It was one of the GCW shows I was out here. I don't know which one, but again, Shazza McKenzie's cool from what I've seen. Don't know too much. I can't be 100% honest. Arisa Endo. I've been watching her since she debuted in 2021, and she's gotten so much goddamn better. Honestly, one of my favorites. And that's just first time reasons. Soyrek, Ellie Cash, Naokakta, Mizuki. Cyrax's cool. She tall. She worked a match against Mizuki for her Princess of Princess Championship back last year. Ellie Catch, 1/2 of Bussy, 1/3 of Thrusy. Ellie Catch usually works matches with like Maki, but that's when it was MDK versus Bussy. I was at Joy Janelle Spring Break last year. That was when Maki bled for the very first time. First time she gigged. Next up, Billy Starks, Janai Kai, Daydream. Janai Kai, Kick Demon. Billy Starks, the minion. I'm gonna say Janai Kai at Kitsune. I seen Janai Kai at Teej last year. She took on Yuki Kamifuku. That was a pretty alright match. Billy Starks is cool. Good minion. And then main event. Masha Slamovich, Rina Yamashita, Maki Ito. Maki Ito, again, as I said, your current Extreme Champion. Rina Yamashita, your Ultra Violent Champion. And Masha Slamovich, your Jersey Championship Wrestling. I believe, World Champion. I've seen Masha a handful of times in a GCW ring, Prestige ring. And she has performed in TJPW. At the January 1st show against Miya Yamashita. She's took on 1-1 Million with Killer Kelly last year at Combat Princess. She took on Miyu for the very first time at Roseanne 3. And then again, just started work at GCW. Rina Yamashita, not really too much in TJPW. She's, I think, maybe had like 1 or 2 matches at most. She took on Maki Ito earlier this year at the January 4th Korakuen Hall show. She took on Maki last year at GCW. I think that one was No Signal on the Hills. But Ultraviolent Champion, known for her death matches. I met her last year. It was pretty fucking sick. She can work. But, like, if you want to put her in a environment where it's not death matches, she can still work a match. And I proved it when she took on Brooke Vixen. Spine out. But predictions. Suzume versus Palm. I go Suzume. Szechuan Martina Raku. I'm gonna say Martina or Raku if Martina gets too drunk. Dark Sheik Yuki Kamifuku. I'm gonna say Dark Sheik. Steph Delander Happy Masao. I'm probably gonna say Steph Delander because she's gonna do some cheeky bullshit. Charles McKenzie Arisu Endo. I'm gonna say Arisu Endo because I am hashtag Team Arisu. Smile, win, yay. Sawyer Wreck, Ellie Cash, Naokakto Mizuki. I kind of want Mizuki and Now to win, but I don't know. That one's odd, honestly, a toss-up. Janai Kai both Starks Daydream. I'm gonna say Daydream. And main event, I'm gonna say your GCW and JCW champions, Masha, Rina, Maki. But that is my breakdown. The long breakdown. But breakdown of TJPW versus GCW. TJPW goes to Philadelphia and DDT goes to Philly. And we'll be streaming these on the 6th. I'm going to stream all 3 in one day. It's like the moment I get off of work, I could be streaming this. All 3. So stay tuned for that. I will be doing a Grand Princess predictions video again. I'll do that one tomorrow. It is March 23rd. So I'll do my Grand Princess thoughts, like final thoughts and predictions. And I will be streaming that one next weekend. That one will be live. So tune into all of that. Let me know what your thoughts and comments are down below and who you're most excited to see. And thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next video and or stream. Peace.